I think it's just a go mat. That's horrible. Good morning everybody, today's day two. What an uncoordinated start that was today. It's just got going after 8, so it was a bit messy. It took me a good 2 hours to roll out of camp. Got down to 4 overnight, but I was toasty with my new quilt, which I picked up just for this, so it'll still keep me toasty when I get high up in the Alps in Victoria. So but its first night was pretty good. Get really nice and warm. Lots of condensation again. We'll play that game once again. So I'm using some new gear on this trip. One of them is the Durston X Mid Pro 2. So it's the Dyneema single wall. So it doesn't hold the water in the material itself, but it still held plenty on the actual surface. So it probably took me a good half an hour of just wiping down. Sorry, that's probably in your face, isn't it? Let's swap. Whoops, sorry about that. How's that? Better. So we I spent a lot of time getting the condensation out this morning, and it's still not all out. There's still a bit in there, but at least it won't be dripping when I put it up, so that's okay. And I slept with, this is what you're going to do now. I slept with my filter and I slept with all my electronics. I'm actually using my my insulated bag for my food when I'm heating them up. I'm actually using that this time also as the bag that carries my electronics. So hoping the hell that stops the cold from getting too much onto them. But I slept with those and I put them down around in between my knees, and the bag's quite soft, so it was just like a pillow down there, so that was perfectly fine. Slept with a filter in my pocket, slept with my phone in my pocket. Now the mistake I made this morning was I started to get out of everything, started to move along, and I took my phone out of my pocket and just put it down while I took off my puffy, because I emptied that. But it was enough that the phone went from, what was it on, 80% this morning when I put it down, and it shut down. It went 0, so the battery got too cold and it just went night-night. So it took me a bit to get that going this morning. So I'm actually running, don't know if you can see it out there. The advantages of heading south is my solar should be a lot more effective this direction. So the phone's plugged into the solar. It's gone from 1% to I think it's about 12 now, so, and that's all on the solar panel in the, how long have I been going for? Half hour, I guess. So, you know, it's putting some good charge into it already. I also have the power bank that was keeping the phone alive yesterday on the charge for the solar, and I have my headlamp, which I'd used half of my headlamp yesterday. It's on charge as well through solar, and that'll be the game I play. He's hoping I just have sunny days and no wet ones, because I absolutely want to use this solar panel. It was MVP on the human hovel, and I'm hoping it keeps being so on this one. So we rocked up to that spot last night, and it was like, this is the best campsite. Well, this is the only campsite I've seen since I got on the trail. Now, as I was going through the book last night before bed, it's a don't camp there site, so you know, there's a mistake map. But I couldn't push any further than that, so I was basically stuck to there. So just so be it. It's not like I meant to, but it's just how the dice rolled yesterday. So today I think it's going to be a 30k day, I believe, and there's a hut at the end of the day, which means lovely kangaroo manicured lawns around the hut. I'll take that. I'd like to get there before the sun goes down, which can I? I should. We'll give it a go. I'd like to get my tent up, air it out. I mean, I know I'll play the condensation game tomorrow, but at least it'd be nice to start the night without condensation in there. So we'll give that a go. That's my hope. So I've got to get there. Right this very second though, I have to play the second water crossing game of the day. It looks like everybody goes over there, so alright, I'll give you some updates later on. I'll catch you and I'll keep moving on. Alright, see you later. Careful, dude. pretty here. everybody. End of day 2. Oh, day 2 was horrible. That was just me being horrible. Was it me being horrible? I think it was me being horrible. It was 34 k's today, 1100 meters gain, and 10 hours walking. So it was quite a bit, well, not quite a bit, but it was a little bit lower than yesterday. But I mean, that makes it look okay. But oh Matt, you're going at 3.5. That's okay. Holy crap! The start was so slow. The morning was so slow. It was all up. Oh, so much up this morning. That was all fire trail up. So it's really slow. Really took me a long time to get it going, and to have that straight off the bat, I just, that's not how you want to get going in the morning. You want to stretch your legs and feel half decent, not go straight into the climbs. But it was so much climbing. Like, the whole morning was climbing. So really, it wasn't until the afternoon that we got out into some of the high plains that it sort of settled down, and it was a bit, you had a bit of a flat run. I mean, that evening here, to get into here, I'm at Hainsworth Hut. Even to get into here, there was a bit of up, but the up was mild compared to this morning. I mean, this morning was, it was straight up tough work. This one here, this afternoon, was actually quite alright. It was mild. It was up, but it was mild, so it didn't really matter. I was able to trudge along, and then finally get into here just on nightfall. Effectively, the sun had gone down over the range to the west, but the sky was still light enough. But I then had to pitch in the dark, so the light did disappear really quickly. It was all fire trail today. Absolutely everything was fire trail, bar maybe a 2k stretch to get you into Murray's Gap. But as soon as you came out of Murray's Gap and you moved from the Nemaji National Park into Kosciuszko National Park, it was straight into fire trail, and that's all you had. There's no single trail here. It's just all full, and just fire trail everywhere. So you go, oh, fire trail, I'll make up some time. But when the fire trail's being preceded by fire trail, it's just gone straight up. It was just lost. I mean, I was only doing a 2k an hour morning, so I think I got to Oldsfield Hut, and that would have been about 12. I got to there, and that literally was, I started 8 and that was 12, and that was 11 k's to there. So I was going nowhere in the morning. It was really slow. I mean, we did bash pretty hard to get here. You get your second wind when you realise you're getting close to camp. Even though, a kilometre hiking is, 4 times a kilometre walking around the streets at home. But we are here, Hainsworth Hut. I haven't looked at it yet. I just walked past it to find a place to camp. I mean, it's just a little bit away from me here, but there's no flat areas. It's on the side of a hill, so good luck. I've actually found a depression
as you're coming down the hill, there's a little depression and it keeps going down the hill. And what I've done is I set up so that my camp bed sits in that depression. The rest of the tent's going down the hill, but my camp bed will sit in that little depression, so I won't be sliding anywhere tonight. I'll stay in the little depression, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Let's see how we go. My right ankle, where your foot joins to the lower part of your ankle on the outside, is giving me absolute grief. It was right out of the bat, straight away today. It gave me grief, which is funny because my left ankle was the one that was upsetting me while I was sleeping last night, but I didn't hear boo from it today. Because the right one is really sick at the moment, so and it's not, I mean, I know what this is. I've had this before. This is not second day niggles. I mean, I'll try and walk it out tomorrow, see how we go, but I've had this before, and this is this is like a bone on bone scenario here, so I've upset it enough. And every single step it was upset. Every step today it was upset. So let's see. I will put some strapping on it tomorrow, just see if I can strengthen it up a little bit. But I just know that it's actually bone on bone at that joint. I've had this for a while, and it comes and goes. And you can manage it, so that's not an issue. But I'm out on trail and I'm slaughtering it, with a bit of distance each day. So not the best. It's not like you can get out of here. Where can I get out of here? Don't know. Keandra maybe. Copper lift somehow. I don't know. But anyway, we'll see how we go. We will bash along tomorrow. I don't know where I'm getting tomorrow. So the campsite I was going to stop at today is 10Ks. It's 10Ks back that way. So the new one, so the next one that was going to be the campsite for tomorrow is only like 10, 15Ks that way, like down trail. So I also won't go there, so I'll have to look through the book and see if I can find where I want to go. But you can't camp in the valley where the Kyandra is, so you're sort of forced to come in and go out the other side. So I really want to get as close to the no camping area as I possibly can, so I can then get just across to the other side, and I'm not doing a stupid amount of distance. My brain has been ticking away over the last day and a bit, and I'm so close to thinking that I should just extend by a couple of days. So instead of pushing and trying to gain a day somewhere, I should just extend out the other end. The weird thing is that my food eating ability is horrendous. I don't get my food drop tomorrow, but I get it the next day. And there's a whole pile of stuff in that food drop I'm just not going to take, because I haven't eaten not one piece of it these 2 days, and I look at it in my food bag and I have no interest in wanting to. So there's no point carrying it around for bloody 700 Ks. You might as well just leave it in your food drop, and then just go with the stuff that you're going to chew on. So that's what I'll do. I know for sure that I'm 2 meals up more than what I would have been anyway, because I took a fancy to having some hummus and flatbread, so I put that in 2 of my drops, so that would basically be my meal for that evening, because the flatbread's not light. So they're there, and I thought, oh, that'll be a nice little thing to eat, and I only have to carry it for, you know, half a day, eat it, and then it's gone. But I didn't take the other meal out, I still left it in there, so that means I'm 2 meals up anyway. So I could extend 2 days. I know I have snacks for 1 day extra because that's there, and I did not eat all my snacks yesterday and today, putting them together. That's another day's worth of snacks, so I am 2 days up in my snacks department anyway, so I can extend 2. We're going to play this by ear. I'm going to look into the book now, and I'm just going to check to see if I'm actually making any headway. If I'm not, I'll go back to my plan B and I'll extend. I might even extend anyway. I mean, I have done a 41 and a 34k day on my first 2 days. You can't sustain that the whole way. I mean, my whole thing was just bomb it and get into the Victorian Alps as quick as I can, because I know I'm going to spend time there. That's the biggest part. What will I spend? I'll spend about 4. Oh yeah, so I'll spend maybe 13 days in the ACT and New South Wales combined. Probably not. Just take a day off, maybe 12, and then the rest of it's all spent in Victoria. The whole lot's in Victoria, and their climbing is bonkers compared to what's been here. So that's like, you might just spend the whole day and all you do is climb and you've gone nowhere. You just climbed the whole day. So I need to take that into account. So we shall see and look into that. I don't want to extend, but my 50-year-old body says you should extend. We can't sustain this. We're a bit older than what you think you are, bud. So we shall see. I haven't seen any wild horses, but as soon as I popped into Kosciuszko, like within kilometres of entering Kosciuszko, there's signs everywhere, absolutely everywhere, and you know, that day signs. So there's so much foot traffic, but I haven't seen any, so I assume maybe in the morning I'll see them, because I'll have come out of the forest to munch around on the plains by then. So we'll see. But yes, there's still plenty of them around, obviously. And thistle in the park here. There's so much European thistle here. It's crazy. I mean, it's a national park. It's terrible that something like that's in here. It's everywhere. It's even on the side of the track that you sort of got to dodge it sometimes. Otherwise, you'll get pricked on the way past. So. Yes. So that's about it. I'm super tired. I'm going to have a Nurofen for dessert and then read my book. Just sort of plan tomorrow. I planned today to get to here, and I was all hunky-dory that I'd get here before the sun went down, but I didn't expect the morning to rot like it did. So we'll do a bit more work in checking out the elevation for tomorrow, and hope the hell that it's going to be flat from here tomorrow morning, because I'm in the plains right now. And I've been in the plains now for maybe 3Ks or so, and we're going along it. We're not going across like we have been. We've been crossing them to get to the next range. We're actually going along it at the moment. So, and looking at just off the top of my head, we do hump south now for the next day and a half, I believe. So, I mean, if they leave us in the valley, I should get a fair chunk of flat walking. Here's hoping. At least the morning will be flat. At least I know where my legs are before we get to a hill. Because I tell you, my calves are absolutely cooked because your foot for going uphill, you're actually bending your foot like that, extending your calf every time you put it down. And then you're pressing up to get going again. That calf is working overtime at the moment. Those two are going to be abnormally large compared to the rest of the muscles in my legs. They are amazing. They are absolutely cooked at the moment. Oh, let's get some fitness in my legs, Matt. Get your trail legs going. That's what I need. I need those before I get to Victoria. I need trail legs. I don't really have them at the moment. I'm forcing myself, so this is not easy going. So I think that's about it. It looks, we had stars not that long ago, but I just checked before I hopped on here, and those stars are all gone. So looks like overcast has come in. That should mean a milder night. Maybe we'll get some rain. Not that it matters. My tent's freaking damp inside and outside. It'll be damp inside again and outside again tomorrow. Here's fingers crossed it's a good day tomorrow and I can get to camp and I can put all this stuff up and air it out. I at least was able to air my quilt today at Oldfield's hut. So I decided I was going to sit down and have myself some noodles and restock my water. Good boy, Matt, restock your water. So I made a point of that. So while I was doing the noodles, I dried out my quilt, which was all damp on top from condensation, and that was my main thing. It's a down quilt, so I do not want it to hold water of any form. So I got it all nice and dry, but I didn't want to frig around with the tent because the tent, if I lay it flat, it dries the outside but doesn't dry the inside. I've got to turn it inside out to dry the inside, and I was like, my brain ability was not there for that. All I could do was eat noodles at that point. So yeah, so here's hoping we get into the camp a bit better tomorrow. I can air all this stuff out and feel a bit more comfortable because I've got there. I mean, I haven't got the camp in daylight yet. It's 2 nights in a row in the dark, close to the dark. It was dark to set up, put it that way. Too dark that you can leave your doors up and have it air through. It's not going to be, it's just wet, cold night air at that point. It's not doing anything. I would like some warm day air to air it out, so let's see. Anyway, I'm absolutely shagged. I have no idea what time it is. Maybe 8. That's probably not even that late. Crikeys. I'm sure it's not that late. Anyway, I'm super tired, so I'm going to put some more condensation up on the walls. Snore so the horses know I'm here. And hopefully wake up feeling good tomorrow. Alright, I have rambled like a nut job. I'm only my second day. It's crazy. Alright, everybody, I'll catch you later. You have a good one.